Welcome, Aries, to your October Astro Dice reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, let's see. Write this down really fast, guys. The 6th is the full moon, and it's the harvest moon. Time to harvest what you have sown. So if you haven't gotten a lot of your manifestations in from the last 6 months, or you're still waiting, right now is a great time to harvest. It's a huge time to harvest what's been going on throughout the whole year. That's why they call it the harvest moon. It's like time to get what we've sown. Okay, so, and it could just be from that Lion's Gate. It could be from whenever, right? But we usually get a lot of great things coming in during the harvest moon. And then, of course, you want to start reseeding, right? Take what you harvest and then reseed, replant, right? Of course. Never want to go without some kind of seed being sown. Okay, guys, let's get in here. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. If you guys like this video, hit that big old like button. Let's go, guys. This message coming out for October. Got the sun coming out. Scorpion energy going straight to the 2nd house. Loving that already. This mat is new, so it doesn't really want to sit down. See, we'll make it sit down, right? It's cool because it's got a rubber backing, guys. Okay, so that way when I shuffle, it doesn't go, fly all over the place. Okay. So here we go. We got the sun. Okay. Your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. Dealing with some Scorpion energy. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Going straight into the 2nd house of money and assets. Assets, finances, and things that you value. Okay. Okay, you ready? Let's do this, guys. Going straight to the situation. Situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, end of the month. Best message for the beautiful Aries. Show us why the sun is here. What is this purpose and destiny? Excuse me. Beginning of the month. Purpose and destiny in the 2nd house. Talking about the 2nd house. Celebration, friendships, collaboration, creativity. The sun says I'm bringing out this creativity and this place of happiness, friendship, collaboration. If you have business partners, anything of this, you definitely are seeing this. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Empress coming out, talking about that money, good parenting, fertility, talking about that happiness with the friends, the family, because of this growth, this action that was taken, this new development that might be started. You guys might be getting a new job. For those of you who are looking for a job or a better paying job or a promotion, here it comes with a happy celebration in the Empress. Definitely, yeah, with the Lovers. Yeah. Something passionate going on around the situation. Aligning with your values. Those of you who have partnerships in jobs you may own, this is where you guys are going to get together, celebrate some kind of something beautiful, wonderful that just happened, that's getting ready to take place. You just sold something, could be real estate, could be anything, but you just made tons of cash. You're making tons of cash. There's a lot of cash coming on over here. You sold your house, whatever it could be assets, right? Cars, house. buying a house. Something is going on, though, that is definitely about growth, right? This is definitely something that you could have had some kind of issue on in the past that is now coming together. Yeah, some kind of commitment, some kind of contract. It could be some kind of contract that you've made. It's really coming together. Could have been something that could have been haunting your dreams. Especially over here with this Scorpio. It's like, I was keeping it secret. It was, but it could have been haunting your dreams there for a while. I'm not thinking that it was going to go anywhere. You had so many issues with this situation, and now it's saying, it's manifesting. Here it comes. So I do feel like for some of you, this financial opportunity was something you've been waiting for a while, whatever it was. But you definitely felt like there was, some kind of issue. Just wanting you to know, like, hey, so this is where I'm seeing that issue, that it could have been haunting, keeping me up at night, not knowing if this project was going to go through, if I was going to sell this house, get this job, whatever it is, and get this promotion, raise. Okay, so let's get a couple of these cards really fast, see what's going on. Give me one or two for the overall for the beginning of the month. Yeah, something that had to do with the past and a wake-up call that you kept your poker. I do feel like you're still going to keep your poker face, to tell you the truth about the situation. It's like you going out, you're celebrating with everyone, but I think that when it's like, it's like when you hear the news, you're like, and then like you go home or you're with your buddy or whatever, you're like, yeah, pop open that champagne, let's, cheers, everybody. It's this wake-up call because it was this sudden urgent that you just couldn't understand. Like, how did this happen? I've been waiting for this. So I do feel like this is definitely one of those moments where, like I said, it was something that was giving you nightmares at night. So I was not seeing this happening. But then I just kind of like, it was impossible, but I kept a cool face on because I didn't want to like jump up and down in front of clients or... You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I was like, cool, yeah, But it's like you get home, you're like, oh my god. Actually, see that as actual positive. I know in that one it looks more stressful, but it's that sudden clarity that it actually something's actually come to light and it's actually happening. So I do see that a little bit different than the the kind of like. Irkness that he has there and was kind of scared, but no. So I'm loving that. Because to me, this is more like, I can't freaking believe that this just happened, right? But it's cool. It's cool. Okay, so going to the mid-month. It's definitely one of those things that make you want to jump up and down like like a small child, right? Going to Disneyland Christmas. But you're in the world of maturity. You can't be, jumping around like you're 5. You have to wait till you get home, get to your car, Okay, let's see. Mid-month. Yeah. The mid-month, it says your assets are completely changing around. You've completed what it is. You're walking and shifting straight into a whole new world. Wow. I mean, you're definitely 100% dancing with the universe. This is where it's like, okay, this is where I'm going. I don't have to fight it anymore. This is literally just happened. I just feel like in the mid-month, it's kind of like to that point where it's kind of like you already know it's there, but the more that you keep going, the more you're realizing how much everything's changed. Yeah. New opportunities. So the Scorpio says I have a Scorpio to the Scorpio. Wow. Okay. Scorpio to the Scorpio over here says that you have these new opportunities. You have this wishful thinking. And it is intense. But I mean, this whole situation here was intense. And this is here is saying Scorpio was intense when it came to this. It's all about your purpose and destiny in the world over here. Fulfillment, travel. You might even have to travel someplace to do things. So you might be taking some kind of travel, some kind of trip, arriving to a new destination. You might be moving. because you sold your house, however it is, or bought a new house, moving jobs, companies, placements. So you have definitely these new opportunities and searching. And it just feels like what you were searching for is now coming together. And I love that, because that's what the Seven of Cups says. Seven of Cups says, I'm either still searching for what I'm looking for, but in this case, it's saying the whole new world already opened up. So what you were searching for is already coming to light. Strength. It's a different kind of focus, though, than what you're dealing with right now. And I think that that's the big key here. Is it's giving you a different kind of focus. It's something that's new, something fresh, something that you have to look at from a different perspective. So it's something that's going to make you pay a lot of attention to whatever financial matters are going on around you in the mid-month. Yeah. Getting clear about the situation. But you will feel like you are more comfortable where you are now, because you're leaving behind all of that worry. All that what if, or is it going to ever happen, whatever it is. So, it does look like if you're going to get through any kind of money, guys, it does look like your money is not going to be as tight as it was before, as everything's kind of opening up for you. You're going to find that you can loosen the belt a little bit, and be able to spend a little more money. Seven of Cups, and also be able to or be able to take more money and pay more debt off. So you might even find both. Okay. Yeah, status upgrade. You're going to feel that. That's what I'm saying. Now in the midnight, you're feeling that status upgrade. You have these new achievements, these improved social standings. You feel that money coming in. The lifestyle elevation is there for you, feeling like you're at the next level. So like I said, when that first paycheck comes up, oh my gosh, if you have debt, you're just going to feel like, like a whole new person. Like, I can pay the debt, and I can have savings, whatever it is, however whatever it is you need to do with your money, you're going to feel like you're not so, like I said, it doesn't have to be so tight. Strength and Queen of, yeah, ascending. Spiritual growth, higher awareness. Feeling like you're elevating yourself. Great time right now, too, to do your meditations, to be, use that gratitude. Make sure that you are really thanking the universe for your status upgrade, for this abundance, so they can continue to keep, getting more. But I just feel like you're going to feel very elevated. Here, the bottom of the deck is big break. That's what you're going to see coming. This is what you don't see coming at the very end of the month. I'm going to set it here because that's what you don't see coming. Wow. That's where the career is now making another turning point. And that doesn't mean that it has to be. That could be literally, the bottom of the deck could literally be 3 months from now. But that's where it's going to go. You're going to see this life-changing moment. This is it. It's going from this status to this ascension to boom. In the next couple of months or so, you're going to have this huge big break. Some of you, it might even be right at the end of the month. But that's where it's going. That's the future. End of the month, please, for Halloween. Betrayal, deception. I don't like that, but that's okay. Hey, look, you're having some worry within this situation, but keeping your calm and cool. I feel like it's more than anything, it's really acting strategical when it comes to this situation, and you might find that, there's a little bit of drama going on around you. You might even feel like you're up at night with some anxiety. But why is this? Tell me why. Everything's moving so fast. You're trying to keep up. Everything's moving so fast. You're trying to keep up over here, so you're having a little bit of delay. It's causing a little bit of worry. Money's moving so fast. Things are moving so fast. You're just not sure exactly how this is working. You're coming out of a place so quickly, right? But you're allowed to save money, have security. There's investments. There's all kinds of things you're just trying to keep up. So I just feel like whatever's going on right now, you just feel like you're in the hustle and bustle. So the end of the month over here, Aries is just saying, I'm in the hustle and bustle of this situation, and everything's moving so fast that it's causing me a little bit of insomnia and a little bit of worry. So it just feels like you need to kind of like buckle down and really take control. But anytime, but it just feels like nothing's moved this fast for a while. So it's like you have to make quick decisions. There's a lot of travel. I feel like some of you are, traveling a lot for work. And it's just kind of like you're trying to travel. So some of you definitely are getting on airplanes, traveling far for work. And you're just trying your hardest to keep up with this new lifestyle, keep up with this new job, keep up and keep learning, right? Spirit's like, you can keep up, you can keep going, right? Here it is, booked busy. Yeah, you're booked busy, and that's why. And everything's going so productive over here. And it just feels like I'm so booked busy, I have to take, maybe I have to take the kids to ballet. I have to take him to, see what I'm saying? It just feels like you're so busy. You're wearing and tearing yourself down. I don't even know if it's so much worry and insomnia as it is just being worn down because you're so busy, because your productivity is so high. So I feel like that's what the Nine of Swords is trying to keep up, being kind of in despair with anxiety, like, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. Okay. So yeah, you're just really booked busy. Got it. Overall message for the situation, Four of Pentacles is bag secured. So, you could be worried about the situation. Am I going to be able to do this? I mean, my God, I'm working so hard. I'm over here, I'm over there. Everything's going crazy. Right? I'm so overbooked. I just see Two of Pentacles all over this reading, right? But it says you're achieving the goals. Your mission will be accomplished. You got it locked in. It's just about learning and doing all the things you need to do. So you're really, really busy at the end of the month. Boy, are you really busy. Okay. So if anything's bugging you, it's just brush it off. Okay. If anybody's trying to bug you by any kind of situations, brush it off. Don't let them bother you. You don't have time. Because it doesn't look like it's anything worth worrying about. It's more like, ooh, you stepped in poop, and it's like, good, I'll wash off my shoes, okay? Now get away from me, right? Because it's just more nonsense than it's anything. And that's really what it feels like. They're just leaving poo piles behind, so that you can step in them, leaving a mess. Don't even know why I use that as in that's all I've seen. I don't even know why I use that. But you know what? Who cares, right? That's what I seen. You left your poop behind. Because it probably is just shit, right? Stop with your shit. Maybe that's why I seen it. Maybe it's a grow up, mature. You're trying to get away with things and you're trying to be strategical around them. Because they're just throwing nonsense. Throwing shit at you. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and get a message over here. It's funny, I started seeing these monkeys. You know how monkeys, guys, throw poop at you? They kind of seen that as soon as I said they're just throwing shit at you. Monkey bombing you. Not even a joke, though, right? It's like, come on. And if somebody says that, I went to Vietnam or something and the monkeys were throwing poop at me, I'm going to laugh my ass off because I can totally see that. Because they do that, in these other countries. They steal your watches, your sodas, and throw poop at you. So if somebody actually says I'm going to laugh, you guys will crack me up. Face your financial fears. Yeah, face your financial fears because I feel like this is for now because you don't see where you're going, right? Because it's all coming together. When you're honest with yourself about fears of success or failure that can no longer control you, be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self doubts. Okay. So true. Okay, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye bye.